in parallelogram, MNPT, stop, draw it. How do you know what order the letters go in? How do you know which angles are big and which ones are small? Who cares which angles are big and which ones are small? But here's what is important. When they name a polygon, they always go in order of the letters. Clockwise, counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. Just pick a corner and run, but go in that order. So MNPT, you could rearrange it and it would be TMNP, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Pterodactyls. Anyway, the measure of angle M is 6x plus 10 degrees. 6x plus 10 degrees. Measure of angle N is 5x plus 10.5 degrees. How many degrees is angle T? We're looking for that one right there. Okay, a couple observations. First of all, T and N are the same thing. This is a question that tests your understanding of the properties of angles in a parallelogram. So here's one of the big ideas. This angle is equal to this angle. They're congruent. And similarly, this angle is equal to that angle. They're congruent as well. They have equal measure. So opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. So that really helps us none at all to figure out what x is. But here's another property. These two, or any two consecutive angles, are supplementary, meaning they make 180 degrees. And here's why. Super fast explanation. If I had two parallel lines in what's called a transversal, it cuts them. This angle would be the same as this angle, if these two are parallel. And because this one is the same as this one, then because this angle with the one swoosh and this angle with the orange swoosh, orange double swoosh, make 180 degrees, and these are the same as well, then this angle and this double orange angle make 180 degrees. If that made no sense, here's the big idea. What I drew here is really what I have here, and any two consecutive angles in a parallelogram, because you could do that, are going to equal 180 degrees. This plus this equals 180. 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 So let's keep running with that idea. 6x plus 10 plus 5x plus 10.5 equals 180, and we'll solve it. So 11x plus 20.5 equals 180, and we're going to solve. Now I'm about to get x. That is not the final answer, and notice that there's no option. There are no options here. It's not multiple choice. So I still have to know what I'm doing. I can't just find x and say, man, I got it. So 11x equals 159.5. Sorry for the big word released across there. So x equals that divided by 11, and I get 14 and a half. Don't put 14 and a half. You haven't answered the question. They want to know what angle T is. Well, it's the same as this one. So find out what N is. So 5 times 14 and a half plus 10 and a half is going to equal the measure of angle N, and that's going to be the same as the measure of angle T, right? So 5 times 14 and a half plus 10 and a half, and I get 83. So the measure of angle T is also 83 degrees.